morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. My name is Leticia and welcome. First time, if you're coming back, welcome. I hope you enjoy this time. And today I thought we could talk a little about doing simple, quick faces of makeup. That idea of like getting ready very fast, like 10 minutes makeup, but I will take a little longer to talk you through like what are my steps, what are my techniques, just emphasizing like how do I like to approach this like easy to wear, very like quick face of makeup in my day-to-day life, but with a twist, because everyone has a different face of makeup that is fast. But sometimes, even though we want to get ready fast and have a full face of but sometimes even though we want to get ready fast and like do a simple 10 minutes face of makeup, we might want to emphasize one of our traits, one of our features. And in my case, sometimes, even though I like to go very fast through most of it, I spend a lot of times in emphasizing my eyes, because I like playing with color and texture a lot on my eyes. So that's what I will show you guys today. So I will do that face of makeup, the fast, quick daily face of makeup, but after I finished, I will show how I approach working a little more on the feature I like, which in this case will be my eyes, and we also play a little bit with the new makeup, integrating with the old makeup I have, because I think like that's how you get to a point where you actually love what you have and use it, is not to just focus on the new things you have, but like how they integrate well with the things you already have. So let's jump into it. So first thing would be the primer. I use the grip primer. I really like it. I think it really made my face last very well. Even though it got very oily, it made it last. I could just pat out the oils. I will still apply the E.L.F. putty primer, because that's for me, it's almost a treatment base. Let's pull this hair back. Oh yeah, that's my new headband. I love this kind of bow tie headband that adds volume to my head. I like volume with hair or accessories, and this is what's it called? It's a famous like Lele Sadogi. I don't know how to pronounce. I'm sorry, but it's like this burgundy maroon deep red, and I really wanted that, so I bought used one. It's actually like in Poshmark. I didn't want to like spend the full price on it. I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's totally not worth it. And but used one was actually closed in the package, but much cheaper. I do recommend that kind of thing if you have like accessories that are very expensive, accessories that you have your eyes on, but they are very expensive and you don't really want to spend, or they're not worth it. You can just buy a used one or semi-new ones. Now that I applied my treatment primer in my whole face, I would apply the grip primer to make it last longer, but I don't really need that today. As I said, like, to make a face that is a little lighter and faster, you can skip steps that are not necessary. I'll apply the brightener, the Fenty eye brightener, because that is like one of my base steps, one of the things I care more. Also that idea of trying to figure out what are the steps that make more difference for you in your makeup and the image you will want to have in the end. For me, like, having a good concealer or eye brightener is 50% of the way. So keep in mind, when you try to develop your own look, what are the important things for you? I know that for a lot of people, eyebrows are very important. Some people really love working with like just like mascara to emphasize your eyes, and that's it. So I think for me, I would say the concealer. Mascara is good if I'm not doing anything else on my face, so it would be like concealer, eyeliner, and mascara. I think those would be the most important pieces, because also on my lips I always apply some balm, sometimes with a color, so it's always has this more like healthy aspect to it, to the look at least. But it's been really healthy lately, so no problems there. I will skip foundation, even though my foundation is very light. I will just go in with a little bit of concealer. Like I didn't even, like, I just got once from the package, and with that's enough for my whole foundation, concealer, face, makeup. I don't really need to reapply under my eyes. I just blend it because I already have the face brightener, and that's also, for me, it's enough. I'm just trying to really cover a little bit of the redness and give it a healthy aspect. It's still bouncy and healthy. I'm not really trying to cover the acne. I'm not trying to make my face look perfect. For me, that's not the most important thing. I just want to look like myself but healthy. And with the eye, basically, it's kind of like a self-expression fun element that I like to put on my makeup. I don't like staying with my headband for a long time because it messes up my my bangs. So just enough for me to be able to do my makeup. So a very fast and quick eyebrow. 30 seconds and it's done. If I was like just going to stop and doing base face on my eyes, I would use something like this, the Rimmel Wonder Cloud. Honestly, in a normal day, I wouldn't really apply highlighter. But since I got this highlighter from Phytosurgeons, the Spectral Shine Divine Light, it's just so easy and so fast that I do, and it's also very wearable. So I do apply it every time, but before I didn't used to. Actually, when I was working, I did apply the Benefit Dandelion a little bit, yeah, but it's been a while. A fast bronzer. I think also something that helps the look to be very fast is being sure of the formulas you like and the colors you like. So like having hero products. Like, for example, that's one hero product for me. So I know that this is my bronzer, go-to bronzer. The only one I have, actually. I know that this is my highlighter, the only one, if you don't count the Dandelion, the only one I have. So it's figuring out what your favorite colors, formulas, bring it in one product, then it's gonna be so easy because you're gonna be like, that's the one. You won't have to decide, you won't have to waste your time, and you will also not have to waste your time struggling with the formula because you already know, like, that's the quick, easy answer for me, that's the one. So I don't really have to apply a blush. I don't know if you can tell, it's already like looking healthy, but I usually like to. That's the thing, I actually do. And I'm going in with my old Natura Una one. It's a Brazilian brand. I'm using this one because it's a very good right in the middle color, very similar to Simmer. And honestly, I'm just trying to use something that is not phytosurgeons because I use it every day. So I'm just trying to, like, you know, use something a little bit different. But like phytosurgeon will be perfectly. It's not because I don't like it anymore. It's because I'm just trying to use something that is not phytosurgeons to, you know, make some kind of like different look. So that's the face so far. I could stop here again, like you stop whenever you feel comfortable and you feel that you already, you know, look like you want to. But I'm going to keep going. I'll keep going. Something else for me that I like, it's an eyeliner to emphasize the corner of my eyes. So something that is important to notice is that, for example, I'm taking a longer to deal with the eyeliner because I just acquired it, so I'm not used to it or to working with it, and that's gonna be normal. Once you experiment it with it enough, you will acquire that speed to be able to, you know, do it quickly in the beginning of the day or whenever you want. Gonna bring it down just what it is already in the pencil, and we're just gonna bring it down a little bit. Don't be afraid of using your fingers to correct things. That's completely normal. Just clean your hands before you start doing your makeup. The Curvex is something else that I think it scares people, but once you got the hang of your Curvex in your eyes, like how to use it, it's very fast. It's literally like 30 seconds for both eyes together. So it's just practice. So I'm going with the mascara, even though I'm gonna come back with the eyeshadow, and I hope I don't regret it. But I really wanna show you the full look, the simple look, before I emphasize my traits, which are like my eyes. Oh, a tip, if you don't know by now, a tip that is really handy for me is, if you get mascara on your eyelids, just let it dry, then you try to remove it. Don't try to let it to remove it while it's still wet, because you'll make like a mess. And something else, this mascara is not particularly good for that, but you can clean the edge of the brush, and you can try to get this corner eyelashes with it. I particularly like that look because it kind of gives like a curvy shape to the end of my eyelashes, and I think that it's very pretty. It's something that, you know, you learn about yourself, experimenting. Okay, let me clean this up. Oh, I forgot to say, like, usually you clean it with a spoolie. I don't have a spoolie. I know it sounds really weird, and like I have this size of a makeup collection. I don't have a spoolie, but it's because like I left most of my things back in Brazil. So, but yeah, you just go with a spoolie and you scratch lightly your skin where the mascara is, and then it's gonna come off after it's dry. This is my base full face. So this is the face I do as a base usually to work from here on. So depending on what I want to emphasize, for example, I could just go with a red lipstick and it will look good. I could just go and put more blush in, or like a bronzer, which is not much my look, but you know, just to look like bronzed and healthy. Or I could just do my eyes like really like colorful. That's usually what I like. But this is my base face, and this, without talking, would take me like 10 minutes max. Also, if I don't have to experiment with new products, it would take even less time. So that's like practice. Basically, it's not a lot of practice, honestly, because nothing I did was actually like a super complicated technique. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Of course, there will be things that you might want to emphasize. For example, oh, I don't feel comfortable with my pimples, I want to like cover all of them up, so that will take you like extra like 5-10 minutes. My eyes will take me extra 10 minutes or something like that. So you're gonna figure out like what you want to do, and that can also change from day to day. Like today I'm feeling red lips, tomorrow I'm feeling smoky eye, and whatever it is, you know, you have a quick base face, like base makeup face that you can go to, and then you can go from there. So try to use also hero products, like your like loved products on this base face, because that will make you like faster, and it won't make it frustrating, because if you're trying too many new products, it will likely to make the experience frustrating to you, because if one doesn't work, all the others will probably underperform, and you'll probably have problems, because you'll be building up problem upon problem. So just a tip, try to work with just a couple of new products every time, and not everything new, otherwise you also don't know what's going on. Like if you work with a new primer, new base, new foundation, new concealer, and it looks bad in the end of the day, you'll be like, I don't know what it was. So another tip for you. Let's go to the eyes now. I'm very excited. So I am thinking I really want to try both of these shadows, Bronze Eclipse and Nirvana. I don't think it's right. I think that this is Citrine Envy. I've been saying it wrong. So if you look at the back, they have the names here, but they didn't they inverted it. So basically the name of this eyeshadow is from the eyeshadow. This is actually here. So sorry, I've been saying it wrong. I want to work with Citrine Envy and Corrupt Copper. That looks much more like what it is. So I think the green all over, and no, you know what? I think the bronze all over and the green on the... Let's do it. These eyeshadows are crazy pigmented, even the mattes. They're not creamy, but not in a bad way. They are powdery, but very good powder. Didn't I? I just said... Color payoff. This was one dip at the eyeshadow. Okay, so I did the same thing in both eyes. I just dipped my finger in the eyeshadow, once for one eye, another one for the other, and I just be tapping and slightly pulling it. No primer. I mean, the Rimmel Wonder Cloud, but no primer in the eye. It's crazy. Love it. So for the corner, I was thinking about going with a brown, but I think I will actually try to go in with a red. And I'm using Kaleidos Club Nebula Red Giant for the corner, and it will be whatever it will be. I used it before, but like not with a orange, so it's gonna be orange red. I hope it looks awesome. So I'm going in with a pencil brush, so I'm gonna tap lightly and start building up the outer corner, taking excess off, because this Kaleidos eyeshadows are crazy pigment, and the mattes, they actually even like stain the skin, so you have to be really careful. So basically just tapping and slightly to put product in and define this V corner. Then I'm going in with the, I think, 221 from MAC. So it's basically a little longer blending brush, and it's also a little more fluffy and less dense. So I'm going in Red Giant. This one is less precise, so it will basically allow me to deposit a little bit of color, but also start, you know, blending and unifying both eyeshadows. Honestly, it hasn't been that easy to blend both eyeshadows, like the Kaleidos with the Pat McGrath, and it might be because the formulas are a little kind of very different, I don't know, but it's interesting to keep in mind. Like, it's not as bad. Like, if you look close, it's not bad, but there is like I noticed when I try to blend, they are not mixing. Like, it's interesting, and it's a kind of weird. So what I am doing to try to make it better is going in with a brown from Pat McGrath to try to like blend them together. So this brown from Pat McGrath, which is Nocturne, very lightly though, because it's also very pigmented, just to see if I can make it blend better. Oh yeah, I think I kind of noticed it instantly. It's already blending better with the Pat McGrath. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. Does not look bad. It's just, I wish they would talk better with each other, if that makes sense. I will get a little bit of Red Giant, like on this fluffy brush, but like very lightly. I just, actually, even better in this brush that I will clean. And I'm just gonna try to see if I can bring it back here. Okay, it doesn't look bad. Of course, I need to clean up and blend the outer edges. I'm going in with Naru, which is closer to my skin color, just to blend these upper edges here. The good thing about Naru, though, I forgot to say, is even though it is kind of a light medium shade, which is closer to my skin, it is a colder brown, kind of grayish brown, so it's very good crease shade and transitions shade for me. Much softer now. I think you can notice that, you can see that, right? Let's go to the lower lashes with our green. I will go in with Queen of Blades here, the dark green, just the tiniest bit in the outer corner, just so I can bring the green, the shiny green in. So I'm trying not to bring it too close to the center of my eyes, because that will like just make my eyes too closed, and I want to open them. So all the light colors are from 2/3 of my eyes to the inside. Nice. I like it so far. It's really different. It's very colorful. Now I'm going with the green shade from Pat McGrath. It does have glitter though, so be careful not to poke your eyes. This is an experimental look, but I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Sounds like very, like, not exactly a good thing, but in this case it is, because those are colors that I'm not used to working with, much less together. Like, actually red I do work with, but now with other colors. This orange is a color that I actually hate on me, but it's kind of bronze, so it kind of looks okay. And then green, I also don't work with green and other colors. I haven't been working with green much lately, so now let's go for the inner corners. So actually for the inner corners down, I'm going with Firefly, so under the eye in the inner corners. That is so cool. So basically it's a multi-chrome green, so that's why it's like almost iridescent. Like it's, you know, that two spotlights on the inner corner of my eyes, and I love it. That's something that I really like. I know it's very graphic, but I think it does a nice shaping. Now let's try something else. For the upper inner corner, I'll try Nebula. Let's see. I hope it doesn't ruin the look. So what do you think? I think it's so fun and so cool. Nice. I think it's lovely. But because I went like super hard on the shine, I want to try to lighten up under my eyebrows, but with a matte eyeshadow, because I think there's enough shine everywhere here. So I'm going with Tati Beauty Aura in matte with a fluffy brush, but kind of precise. And I think it's kind of obvious, but I will say it anyways. You don't need those eyeshadows to, if you want to do something similar or just to get inspired. You absolutely don't need those. This concept is just like a playing with my eyeshadows and trying to mix new with old eyeshadows, and you can do it even though you might not have anything that even remotely resembles what I do, but playing and like getting inspired by the things you want, it's not necessarily connected to color. It can be like, you can be like, oh, now I really want to put orange and green together and see where it goes, or now I just want to try orange because I loved it but I hated the green, or I don't know. It can be connected to color, but it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be connected to shine, to glitter. So basically here I'm using 3 different textures, so mattes, metallics, and multi-chromes, glitters, 4 actually then. And I'm using basically 3 different colors, red, orange, and green. A brown too, but it doesn't count because this is a neutral. So that's basically a concept that you can transfer to any look that you want. Like, start applying and see where it goes. Sometimes it's not gonna work, sometimes it is gonna work, and that's fine. You need to be okay with like experimenting. It's just like any other craft and art, it's experimentation. Much better. Just trying to blend a little those edges here with an empty brush. No color picked. And honestly, I think I added so much color and glitter and all that I will use mascara on my bottom lashes. But just a little bit. Yeah, just so I can see them again. And just a little more on my eyelashes, my upper eyelashes. I don't really like fake eyelashes. I think it's too much work. I really struggle with those. And I don't like eyeliners in my eye shape. I prefer just eyeshadow. That's up to you. A lot of people would just make a black eyeliner and that would be it. That's also so pretty. Love those mists. So this is it. This is my final look, basic face with an upgrade. What do you think? Did you guys like it? Are you inspired now to do something different, or at least to work on the base, like everyday makeup look that you have? Are you curious to try to do more colorful looks, or are you curious to try something new? let me know in the comments. I'm very curious. I really love doing those videos, and I appreciate you guys like liking, viewing, commenting, do whatever you feel like you're comfortable with. And till the next time, bye.